Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We are in the book of Joshua, chapter 8, verses 23 through 35. Now, we come back to this story of how Joshua and his army attack and plunder the city of Ai, and we're told very specifically that they kill 12,000 people and they stick the king on a pole. This has been a horrible slaughter, and it should offend us. It's meant to offend us because it is horrible, and we wonder, how can God be so unmerciful? And one of the ways that a lot of theologians deal with this is say, well, this is not the same God, and this is not the God of Jesus. Oh, yes, it is, because Jesus said it was. Jesus said that he was the son of the father of the patriarchs, that he was the son of the father who brought Israel into the land, the promised land. This is the same God that is going to stick Jesus on a pole. This is the same God that is going to crucify his own son. So what is the problem that we're having? Well, the problem that we have is that we know a God of mercy. Well, how do you know that God of mercy? You know that God of mercy through the promise, through the preached word that tells you that Jesus Christ died for your sins to deliver you from the wrath of God. This story is all about the wrath of God. The wrath of God that is unleashed against sinners. And it's out of that context that we're to understand this, is that there's the God that's hidden in the cross, in the resurrection, that gives us mercy. And then there's the raw, naked God. And that God, with all his power and his sovereignty, is not a God to be trifled with. It is a God of power. And he is not a friend of sinners. He's not a friend of sinners. And so what's interesting is after this, Joshua builds an altar to the God of Israel. And it was a tradition that the people had made, and half the people are on one mountain or hill, and the other are on Mount Ebal. And he blesses the people, and what happens? There is the reading of the law to the people, including everyone who's there, the women, the children, even the foreigners, the people who are not Jewish. And everybody is to live under the word. Now there's the law, but God is not the law. The law is to drive us into the arms of God, and that's the purpose, is that everyone's to live under the law so that they run into the arms of God, so that they trust the Lord and they live into the promise. And they live, and the thing is that they're as the people of Israel, they live hidden in God. They find their refuge in God, not in their power, not in their strength, not in their ability to keep the law, but in trusting God. Because it's not about their morality, it's not about their law keeping. It's about, do they trust the Lord who delivers them, who unlike others. Well, thanks, friends. Have a blessed day.